Okay, I mixed up a marinade here. It's a Korean marinade, and I'm not going to go through all the steps to do this. The most complicated thing in here was slicing up some garlic and mincing it, and same with the ginger. There's some ginger in here, did the same thing. Just follow the directions on that. I'm not going to go into that. But this is a piece of flank steak right here, and I'm going to tenderize this with a jacquard. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's J-A-C-C-A-R-D. And this is I think there's 50 blades on here, 48 blades, something like that. That's a great tool to take a piece of flank steak, which is kind of tough if you just put it on the grill. Even if you don't cook it a lot, you know, it's still, there's a lot of, this stuff's kind of tough, and I didn't quite get this all the way defrosted, but this is how you do this. And I just go over the whole piece of meat, and then I almost, I'll spend quite a bit of time on each piece just to make sure. And if you notice, the meat runs this way. I'm using this way, so I'm cutting those connective tissues with this. That's an important step. I think you don't want to do it this way. You're just, your knives, you notice they're flat blades and they're skinny on the one side. So you want to put that perpendicular to the grain of the meat. And just try to go over the whole thing real carefully. It's okay if you go over the same step multiple times. And I think the more you do this, the more tender it's going to be. At a certain point, you want to flip it over and do the other side. At least I do. Maybe you don't have to do that, but I think it works well. I've done this multiple times. It just allows that marinade to get deep down into this meat. Helps keeps it more tender. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to put both of these things in a Ziploc bag and Ziploc it and just lay it on the counter and flip it over every 10 minutes or whenever I think about it. And you can do that for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, until you're ready to do your grilling. Just throw these in a gallon Ziploc. After I get it all chopped up, you just get it in here any way you can. I've got 2 pieces of this, so I'm going to put in another one. And you can just take this this marinade here, dump that right in there, like so. Try to get all the good stuff out of there. There's some nice pieces stuck down in there. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with the second piece, and then I'll just kind of squish this around, make sure it gets all coated. And then we'll throw the second one in here too, do the same kind of thing to it. The second piece here, I didn't think you needed to sit there and watch me do all that. And I'm going to stick it in here. Fills the bag up pretty well, doesn't it? And then I'll just kind of do that, make sure it's sealed well so you don't leak it all over your counter, and then you can just roll this around. So I'm just going to rattle off the ingredients here. And if you don't go to qc-nutrition.com and go to the recipe index, you'll find, I'll make sure I get this out there, so if you want to see what's in this marinade, you can do that. But basically it's a half a cup of just soy sauce, 1/4 cup of light brown or dark brown sugar, doesn't really matter, a tablespoon of ketchup, a couple tablespoons of garlic, just minced up real nice, and then a tablespoon of ginger, the fresh stuff. Just peel the outside and then mince that up real nice and throw it in. A couple tablespoons of vinegar, could be cider vinegar, rice vinegar. I think I used rice vinegar on this one. Couple tablespoons of Asian sesame oil, and then some pepper flakes. And I put in a pretty good scoop, about a teaspoon of that, of a pretty hot variety, but you can do that to your own taste. And then just let this marinade. I think one of the big keys to making this whole thing is the marinade's delicious, for one thing. But this thing makes this, you don't have to cook it very long. You cook it till it's just nice and pink, or however you like it in the center, and then I'll show you when we get done. We'll buy a slice that, you slice it against the grain, nice and thin, And you can put that on a sandwich or just eat that straight up or however you like it. Go. It's getting a little closer. So the grain's running this way. We're just going to slice it this way. And there you go. Very, very moist.